I had various jobs in those 32 years. I would have started about 7 o'clock and finished when the work was done. That could have been 4, 5 or 6. There was no actual finishing time. That's 3 churns, butter churns, and they made a terrible noise, and all the steam jets and that, and cans clanging up on the top floor. It was very, very noisy. The cream come direct from the farmer in cans. That was picked up by what we called cream carriers, and was unloaded onto a conveyor belt up at that end of the factory. You have to take a sample for fat testing. If you had 4 cans, you took a little bit of cream out of each thing and put it all into one container, and it went into the testing room to be tested. They had a bloke outside at a desk with a pencil and paper writing down the names, and a chap standing inside the door with a set of scales. He'd call out the name of the farmer on the can, it was printed on the can, and give him the gross weight of everything, can, lids and everything, and then there'd be a stamped on the can, the weight of the can, and he'd give him that. And the office would take that away, and what was left was the cream that was in the can. It was then tipped and pumped into vats, and there was what they called a vacuator, or we'll call it a pasteuriser, and went through that, chilled down cold, pumped into vats, then cooled some more, and it was taken from there next day down into the butter churns. Around minimum of 30 people in the factory itself. Christmas times, Christmas started about October here. The boss would walk past you up on the cream floor up there, and into my office when you get a minute, so you'd have a couple of talkies in there, have a drink. Remember one flood we had, three days in a row I was down at Kidd Bridge, putting cream and milk in boats and ferrying it across the river. I did that for 3 days, and then come back when the boat stopped running, and then helped process all the cream up on the floor up here till about 2 o'clock next morning. I was up at 6 o'clock back down the river again. That was the flood. Yeah, enjoyed what I was doing here. I knew what I was doing, and I never sort of stayed in the one job for too many years. I'd do one job, then get shifted to another one, and vice versa. In its heyday, it probably was the #1 industry in Gympie, producing butter, and that it was the biggest single producing butter factory in the Southern Hemisphere. Cream trucks come from everywhere.
Years, early 60s to late 70s. I started when I was 16. There was no specific hours. You started when the boss said, and you finished when the job was done. You didn't, there was no 9 to 5 job, or 8 to 4, or if you'd done a good day, you're invited by the production manager to the Railway Hotel, or he'd buy you a beer. We had a damn good boss back then. You don't find them anymore. It started about 19 quid a week, something like that. But 19 quid a week was pretty bloody good back then. But then it went to dollars. I know I took home $400 in one pay. That was for a fortnight. And that was working 7 days a week. This was the butter room. 3 churns there. The old pulleys are still up the top there. They're wood churns, later turned into stainless steel churns. The butter was taken out of them, on big trolleys, and we were the packers. Each batch was marked. They all went through into the cold room, stacked in batches, 56-pound boxes around or on rollers up over the chute. We used to have races. And it was fun. It was a fun time. So you made fun out of it. It was a great time. Yeah.
Were there any safety concerns or accidents?
There was never brought into it. Fellow, get yourself up and get back on the line again.
So there was no workplace health and safety?
You speak funny language. But in fact, you had their own boats, as well as the council had their own boats to get people across and take stuff across the Mary River. And it must have been putting herring dreams of can, green cans across in a tiny boat with rushing water. It would have been a health and safety. Where is it? I mean, this was the biggest butter factory in the Southern Hemisphere. There was a lot of money put into this, and it's still gone. And it's not coming back.
Yeah, well, I started here just before Christmas in 72, and I did 16 years, so what that put me about 88. Well, I was collected off the farm by cream carriers, brought in on the western side of the factory, graded, transferred, pasteurised and stored there, and then the pasteurised cream was into put through the churns in the bar, and then packed into either the 56-pound blocks or the 10 hats for the housewife. We used to get inspected pretty often by the DPI, and if there was anything smelt, you haul out the coals for it. Sounds, it was always noisy. Feel it was a great place to work. I got burnt up the stairs up there once at Steen. Yeah, it was normal accidents, you know. A saying around the butter factory here was, you'll get kept on the slack, meaning in the winter you'll get kept on, you know. But that was a local joke, you know. If fellas that either take their holidays or find something else to do during the winter, raced outside, saw this fire, dropped my esky, raced inside, grabbed the fire extinguisher. Never had any instruction on a fire extinguisher, didn't know how to use the do's and don'ts. Got your heart pumping pretty well, but anyway, we got it out and everything was hunky afterwards. They were continuously upgraded, you know, where the cream floor was when they shut down cream, those cold rooms went up there. Yeah, that was an upgrade. We put in carton machines here, put in $1 million carton machines, make cartons of milk in cartons. Like, that was a big upgrade. It hurts when you think that we used to be the biggest butter producing factory in the Southern Hemisphere to what it is today, you know. No, there's a lot of things that have come and gone and changed the time. I think we've just got to change with the time.